You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we're going to talk about these nationally televised games that Caitlin Clark is getting. Of course, she's the Indiana Fever, and Caitlin Clark has got 41 out of 44 games that are going to be nationally televised. And the reason we're still talking about this is because it caused a hell of an eruption online. All right. The wokes absolutely lost their minds talking about a boycott of the Indiana Fever. Now, a lot of people like me just giggled and laughed and said, oh, great. The tens and tens of you, oh, you know what? Hundreds and hundreds of you that won't be tuning in probably won't be missed. All right. And then, of course, you had Nafisi Collier coming out the other day. She made a statement. Half of her statement was pretty good, but you could tell there's still some kind of animosity from the players themselves. And, of course, it was a loaded question from ESPN to begin with. Are you guys upset that she's got so many national games and the Liberty and the Aces don't? So, in other words, we're supposed to be crying another river for Asia Wilson. Nah, I'm going to go ahead and let that river dry up. I mean, just being real. So, enter in Lisa Leslie because she was asked about it. And, well, her answer made a lot more sense. It did. And a lot of these WNBA players that suffer from jealousy and envy and hate for Caitlin Clark, well, they're not going to love this, right? Sorry, Angel. Sorry, Dejanay Carrington. And so many others that want to claim like, ain't nothing to see here except when Caitlin gets her neck clotheslined from hell during a game. But we're supposed to believe there's no actual animosity there. So let's check this out right here. Minnesota Lynx star Nafisi Collier discussed this during the March 24th appearance, talking about the televised games. On ESPN's First Take, obviously people want to watch Caitlin Clark, so you have to put people on TV that people want to see. Absolutely. Now that makes sense. But at the same time, and it's always the but, to not have the defending champs on TV more, I think is kind of crazy. Well, the fact is, it's not crazy if nobody will watch. Again, one of the reasons I made that video is because none of these players will acknowledge the elephant in the room. Why aren't people tuning into the rest of these games? Seriously, that's why these other teams are not on more, because the ratings and the demand for them doesn't warrant that they're on more. Sorry, not sorry. I know facts clouds feelings. I don't think raising the level of other teams has to mean bringing Caitlin or the Indiana Fever down. Well, they would probably have to remove some of those games they gave to her and give it to other teams. And for the WNBA, that would be disastrous. They don't capitalize enough on Caitlin Clark to begin with. By the way, the Minnesota Lynx put out a situation where you're having to buy a certain amount of tickets to get to go see the Fever play. Now, I've seen some Caitlin Clark fans be upset about this, and at first, I did a what the F. And then I said to myself, well, wait a minute. If we're always coming down on these teams for not wanting to for not capitalizing on Caitlin Clark's demand, when they do so, we can't lose our minds. We don't get it both ways. Okay, that's capitalism. It's kind of savvy, to be honest with you. Yeah. Does that sort of alienate some fans? It does. But they're looking to make the most money. They're a business. Some WNBA team is actually trying to run a business. Shocking, I know. They should have those amount of games on TV on primetime, but I think the other teams should also have more than what they have. Basketball legend Lisa Leslie set the record straight with her sentiment on the topic with USA Today on March 27th. Let me just, here we go. It's all about money, marketing, and we cannot deny what Caitlin Clark has done for the women's game. Leslie said in an article, why would we feel some type of way that she has more television games? In other words, she's saying it even being brought up and made an issue is dumb, especially from players. Why would we feel some type of way? I don't know what the big deal is of the fact that Caitlin is getting a lot of love. She deserves that, and she's helped change the game. It also can be taken as another way to say, shut up and make your money now that you got a chance to make it. I think we have to understand when one person eats, we're all eating. Exactly. We all get more opportunities. It just opens it up for everyone else. I love that she's not the player that makes it all about her. She's given love and homage to the players that have come before her. She shares the wealth with her teammates. She doesn't have to do that. The two-time WNBA champion, three-time MVP concluded her stance. Listen, Caitlin, I'm so grateful for her. I'm thankful for all these women and where this game is. We need to step back and see the big picture of how it's impacting all of us. Bravo. Bravo. I mean, that is the perfect answer. Take a step back and realize the young lady that's playing for the Indiana Fever is literally your walking bag. And by bag, I mean money bag. So goes her, so goes the league, and so goes the media rights deals. And yeah, that's what I keep preaching because that's where the money is made in professional sports. Networks decide which games to cover so they can make such a profit as possible. Sorry if you don't have any common sense. It's business and nothing personal. That's all it is. It's business. It is absolutely business. Networks ain't showing love here. They're lining up to make that money. And they should. They are a business. This might be the best comment I've seen in a while. Honestly, let's blow it up. Someone make Lisa Leslie or Cheryl Miller the WNBA commissioner ASAP. That's savvy. That's not a bad idea, is it? Right. I mean, seriously. More viewership for games on TV equals more money in the CBA. Ladies want to get raises, have to improve overall fan interest, and CC does that by a large margin. It needs to be 44. Right. I mean, come on. Lisa Leslie has always been real when there was unexpected pushback from peers. She knows the tide is rising for all boats. Frankly, it seems to me like she's probably doing better as a retired player now that Caitlin Clark is in no doubt. Look how many interviews and things that Lisa Leslie has been involved with lately. Somebody remind the Slows that the teams playing against the Fever are getting prime time too. That's the other thing. These other teams are getting showcased. These other players are getting showcased. Now, these players' attitudes and how they act during said games, you go out there and you beat up CC. Guess what? When you're playing a game against a different team, people are like, nah, not going to watch them. All right? I'm not going to watch them. They get a sense of what is really lurking in some of those players' minds and heads, and they're not going to support it. They're not going to tune in for that. Last year did a lot of damage. All right, for the non-CC teams out there. And it further exposed a lot of players and what might be lurking in the background with these players. People noticed it. They noticed the spears, the forearm shivers, the clotheslines, the cussings. Everybody saw that. And they didn't like it too much. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.